Hello and welcome to another edition of Redbeard Shaves. Today I'm going to be doing a review on Noble Otter Soap Orbit. Really liking the scent on this one. This is another cold shave. I'm going to be using my Colorado Razor Designs brush today. This is a unique offering by Scott. Really like this handle. It has a Maggard's 2-band super high density knot in it. Be using my Rockwell on plate 5 with a pole silver blade. So I'm going to go ahead and just scrape some of the fluff off of the puck and use the Bloom water as my pre-shave. Hope you guys are having a wonderful weekend so far. Mine's been pretty good. We're supposed to have a tour of homes coming through on Wednesday, so hopefully we'll get a lot of people looking at our house as we're still trying to sell it. So I've been getting the house all prepped. Just got Nolan a Herman's tortoise as his first official pet. So I've been working with him on that. How to care for it and take care of it. Pretty fun to actually watch them. If you've ever watched tortoises, they kind of have their own little personality. And they're hardy animals, so something good that we can kind of control when Nolan has his hands on or hands off. So right off the bat with this, I'm already getting the coolness. The soap itself has bergamot, eucalyptus, Atlas cedarwood, rose, sandalwood, vetiver, and what they call frozen space. And off of the puck, kind of similar to an offering of another soap I've reviewed, what I really like about this is I can catch the fragrances. So I really catch the bergamot, eucalyptus, the Atlas cedarwood, and the rose off of the puck. A little bit rose forward, so if you like a rose scent, you'll definitely like this. And then you just get this nice cold effect for me on my scalp. No menthol scent or eye-watering burn. It's just a nice cold offering that's quite refreshing, but it doesn't mask any of the other scent notes that are within it, which is really cool. Scent strength off of the puck, I'd say, is mid to mid-heavy. That opens up even more as you lather it up. Get a nice dense lather off of Noble Otter. I've been playing with it some to get it dialed in just right. I found that soft sloping peaks are better than firm, stiff peaks for me. And this is definitely a good refreshing soap for a super hot or humid day. I don't have many rose scented soaps, so this is kind of a nice mix up because the rose is there, but it is all blended very well. This is a very well blended soap. As I'm shaving, I can even pick up a little bit of the vetiver now and the sandalwood. So at different points of the shave, I've actually been able to pick up every scent note with the exception of menthol. And it's whatever synthetic cooling agent they're using in this to where you don't get that menthol scent or burn at all. And it is cold. So I refer to us all as menth heads. Even though this isn't a menthol soap, it still has that cold chilling effect like menthol does. Very good. It's actually giving me a little bit of a goosebumps right now. Or goose flesh, however you call it in your part of the world. Can feel, even within my beard, getting a little bit of goosebumps going on with this. Quite enjoyable. If I didn't already say it, Noble Otter is based in Houston, Texas. They're known for coming out with some nice, unique scents. And really good soap. I have really good primary slickness. And now that I've got it dialed in more, I have a much better secondary slickness that I lacked when I was using Woody Wood. Yeah, no problems at all going back over areas. So that was definitely me just not having the soap dialed in just right. And there's the first pass done. Do a quick little rinse. This would be a good offering if you're a cold water shaver, to use this with cold water. Just adding the little bit of rinse to my head brought out that coolness even more. So I'm anticipating on the second pass it'll get even colder. If you haven't tried any of these Maggard super high density knots, they really are worth a look at because they have a good amount of backbone. I set this knot with a little bit higher loft so it would splay out more. But they are very, very soft. And they create an absolutely wonderful lather. The gel tips on here just really make it where you don't get hardly any scritch at all. I can feel just very subtle amounts of scritch, which I don't personally mind. And it is definitely getting colder. Feels wonderful. And I still really, really pick up the rose scent on here. So it's definitely a little bit more rose forward. I'm going to go ahead and frost the top as I usually do. Add a little extra of that fluff. Now, one thing I noticed, and Will even told me about with the Terror, and it'll be interesting to see if this is the same, is with the synthetic coolant that they use in this, it can last on the skin even to the next day. So I was feeling the cooling effects even 12 hours later after I shaved. But then when I jumped into the shower that next day, it was still on my skin, and I initially got that cooling effect until I washed it off. I'm assuming that Noble Otter used something similar for the cooling technique on here. So you just want to be careful because if you were to rub your face, your face shaver, or rub your head once this has been used, you want to avoid your eye, where you can get a little bit of that cooling effect into your eye, which may not be that pleasurable. So it does hang around for a very long time, so just be aware of that. Definitely intensified the coolness. It's a nice relaxing coolness. It is not as cold so far as what I rated Terror. I'd say the coldness or coolness on this is a good 7 or 8. I'm going to use my Rockwell in a couple of weeks. Man, I missed it. It's having Rockwell withdrawals. Such a smooth razor. Man, this feels good. Just a wonderful cold feeling. Tell this pulse over blades, getting me a nice super close shave. I don't think there's going to be hardly any cleanup needed. And I think I'm going to use the same technique that I used with the Terror aftershave and lightly wet my head before I put on the matching aftershave, and see if that intensifies the coolness at all. Okay, let's see how we did. Pretty good. It's a little bit of my usual cleanup area. Plenty of slickness is left over. Just do a minor little bit of honing here. We have an absolute wonderful shave. So I'm going to do a cold water rinse. With adding that water, that cold just bursts right back up. A little drop in my eye. I want to make sure I don't get anything in my eye. Skin feels very nice, soft, silky smooth, very hydrated after that shave. I'm going to start mixing this up really good and then add just a little bit of water up top and see what this splash can do. Just a little bit there. Another good shake. It did have quite a bit of sediment in the bottom, so just want to make sure that it was shaken up really good. Add a good splash of this. Very well blended splash, matches the soap well. Again, it is rose forward to my nose. Very, very pleasant. And I'm getting a nice chill to the head. Definitely say between the soap and the splash, a 7 to 8 on the coldness scale. I've actually got goosebumps on my arms. You can feel it in my beard. So very, very nice cold shave. Hope you enjoyed watching this edition of Redbeard Shaves. If you liked it, hit me a like. Always enjoy your guys' comments and feedback, and I hope you enjoyed this episode. Redbeard out.